Brought to you by insanely popular demand. Grab yourself a Yozora Station of Nightfall Deluxe hoodie today. It's that time again, Kingdom Hearts faithful. With the confirmation of Kingdom Hearts 4 and the beginning of the Lost Master arc, our hype begins anew with speculation and content. And within that darkness, it is once again time for my top 10 worlds for the next Kingdom Hearts game, Kingdom Hearts 4. The series has already tackled many worlds, and with the advent of Kingdom Hearts 3 expanding the scope of the worlds greatly, and with Nomura promising to build off that concept in Kingdom Hearts 4, we must look to Disney films that would fit the themes of Kingdom Hearts 4 and can be insanely expansive to fit that glorious idea. For this list, I will tackle Disney film worlds specifically, so no Star Wars, Marvel, or any outlying property that wasn't produced specifically and directly by Disney. With that being said, this is HMK. Be sure to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. Let's dive directly into the darkness with number 10. The Emperor's New Groove. This fan favorite movie would actually fit very well when it comes to the themes of Kingdom Hearts 4, believe it or not. With a world of the Kingdom of the Sun. You know, actually that might be a problem due to Kingdom of Corona already existing. Maybe Reina del Sol, or just the Cusconian Empire. Would be a beautiful and hilarious addition to the game that not only could act as a bit of a palate cleanser by literally shining down some light on an otherwise bleak game, but Emperor Cusco's characterization and gaining humility and understanding through Pacha could help Sora's own understanding in observing the plights of those that seem to have cushy lives and are from royalty or status, like Yozora, and seeing Cusco's literal transformation when experiencing the differences in social class could help bridge the divide in Sora's own ideals with that of those that may be in control within Kingdom Hearts 4. Zootopia, with the world of literally Zootopia, would be a wild new addition to Kingdom Hearts and technically was already featured in the series through Union Cross and can easily have designs for Sora and Goofy, but Donald may be an issue. Actually, there are no birds in Zootopia. Okay, rip to that. Well, I mean, let's just play into the idea that it could just be Sora for this world for now. In this world, he would be a lion. That's a no-brainer. Sora could gain a glimpse into a sprawling cityscape that somehow achieved peace between predator and prey among animals, something that was thought to be unheard of, but that peace in itself is extremely fragile due to the extremities of certain ideals that are played out in the movie. This could play into the idea of perspectives of those that inhabit Quadratum and how they believe in the difference of what is fiction and what isn't when comparing themselves to entities like Sora. The understanding in coexistence is key. Pocahontas. I've been thinking about Pocahontas world for a while in Kingdom Hearts, and honestly, I'm surprised this wasn't tackled before. Oh, but HMK, the themes of Pocahontas, man, they did Hunchback of Notre Dame already. So it finally may be time when it comes to the themes of Kingdom Hearts 4, with the entire idea of the film featuring the British looking for a new frontier in hopes for land and prizes, a frontier that is already settled and full of life. This can easily shine the light on the folly of the goals of the Lost Masters, in which they are possibly looking into the realm of fiction, Quadratum, a world that's already full of its own interpretation of life that could be the answer to the problems of those that dwell within the guise of reality under the light of Kingdom Hearts. In gaining perspective on what could happen when fighting over a world like Quadratum through the events of Pocahontas, this could lead Sora, and possibly Yozora, learning about the reality of the situation at hand when clashing concepts meet. Along with all of that, Grandmother Willow could give Sora more insight to his situation overall and possibly learn how to return to his home in a somewhat cryptic way maybe. Think of her as a much nicer magic mirror. Her understanding on the natural order of the world and maybe even every world could give Sora a clue in the problems he faces in the Lost Master arc. Aladdin, King of Thieves. Okay, enough is enough. I've done my waiting on this movie, and I don't care how tired y'all are of Agrabah. Give me Aladdin, King of Thieves. I mean, Kingdom Hearts partially adapted Return of Jafar, without Abis Small, in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's time for the Vanishing Isle and the Hand of Midas. Sure, the familiar Agrabah could be available for a bit, but most of the world will be focused on the hideout of the 40 Thieves and the massive Vanishing Isle. Sorry, Cave of Wonders. Not only would this be a grand world to explore, but the themes explored in the movie play exceptionally well into Kingdom Hearts, with the idea of reunion between those that were thought to be lost, both literally and metaphorically, when it comes to Aladdin reuniting with his father Kasim, when applying that to the plight of those lost in Quadratum, Sora and Strelitzia, as well as the idea of exploring the ties of family when it comes to Strelitzia, specifically in which Lauriam could be a key factor. All of this, and of course the culmination of the Aladdin trilogy, where Aladdin and Jasmine finally get married, as well as the meta aspect of the world in the Oracle playing a key role, another key, to Sora's understanding and resolving his predicament. The all-knowing Oracle, limited to one question, would definitely give us a much-needed answer, but can easily act as a double-edged sword in giving us more questions on the machinations of unreality. Princess and the Frog. For a film that deals with the concepts of friends on the other side, Princess and the Frog definitely seems to sell me on being a very strong shoo-in for Kingdom Hearts 4. While I wouldn't want Sora and the gang to turn into frogs like Tiana and Naveen, he could act as their bodyguard / caretaker that would keep them out of the reach of the Shadow Man, and they in turn could act like a Jiminy Cricket type party member for that world specifically. In a world like this, constantly at odds with a character like Dr. Facilier would keep you on your toes at all times, as this man would transition easily to a world of Kingdom Hearts, having a direct line to the darkness for his minions and abilities. Pushing further than that, I've had tons of ideas that Dr. Facilier could act as an antithesis to the fairy godmother, in which he can grant wishes and desires stemmed from people's dreams at a price, but is willing to take on all clients in compared to the limited capabilities to the fairy godmother, where at one point during the climax of the world, Dr. Facilier, with the actual knowledge on Sora's predicament, offers to allow him to see his friends again in exchange for Naveen. Can you imagine that boss fight? Are you ready? When everything is said and done, this world could teach Sora a very dire message in the difference between thinking what you want and what your heart knows what you want, where that could lead Sora making a very difficult choice at the end of the game for the sake of the greater good. Moana. Every now and again comes a movie that literally screams Kingdom Hearts. Moana is that movie. It literally deals with the concepts of stealing one's heart that leads them to become transformed, exploring the vast oceans of the world beyond your home island, and the literal darkness eating away at all you know. Must I say more? Both Moana and Maui would make insanely good party members with their own unique attacks, as well as awesome potential boss fights against the likes of Tamatoa and Taka. When it comes to Sora's own integration from Kingdom Hearts 4 and playing on both plights, the keys that can bind him can easily be Grandma Tala and Tafiti herself, with Tala becoming a spirit after her passing, possibly communicating with that of Sora, and can convey how the natural order of the world and realms between unreality and reality can communicate between the living and the past, as well as her intimate knowledge on the stories and legends of Polynesian lore and myths could aid Sora in understanding the unique nature of the darkness within Quadratum, while Tafiti could act as another key of answers that would guide Sora in a direction he needs to take in order to reach the endgame of Kingdom Hearts 4. The Black Cauldron. Okay, here we go. The Black Cauldron. Oh, but HMK, the movie didn't do too well. It almost killed Disney. I don't care. The movie was amazing. Daring, grim, dark, but never lost sight of that Disney magic and message. And did you know that aside from being the first PG Disney animated film, it was also the first Disney animated film to utilize computer-generated imagery? Anyways, with Kingdom Hearts 4 exploring dark concepts such as death and sacrifice, the Black Cauldron will play beautifully into that scope. Exploring the lands of Pryden with the likes of Taran, Alanri, and Gurgi among everyone else would be a mystical time, and Taran can easily be the top pick for a partner character. And of course, we have to think about the wild enemies and battles we can have in the form of the Cauldron-born and perhaps Heartless based on or integrated with their designs, and how wicked a battle against the Horned King would be. And then we get to the Black Cauldron itself. A source of power and wishes like that would be heavily coveted by many interested parties, inside and outside the world, and Sora would be faced with the allure of having the Black Cauldron be a solution to his problems, which of course he wouldn't take, but it would still fall into the category of an option available at a significant price. A price that we will see be paid in real time with the noble sacrifice of Gurgi, something that will remind him of the folly of sacrificing his own existence and the pain that he inadvertently placed on others due to that sacrifice, and that realization would be a key element to Kingdom Hearts 4. Coco. Okay, don't get me started on the infinite sadness that is Coco. Like, real talk, I cried so much during and after this movie. Easily the saddest on this list, but a top pick nonetheless. Along with the entire concept of having this world divided on the land of the living and the land of the dead would mirror the existence of the realms of reality and unreality. The idea of remembrance and celebrating those that have left you, while also grappling the idea of learning how to let go, would play infinitely well into Kingdom Hearts 4. When it comes to those that could be a partner in this world, it can easily be Miguel, using the power of music for sound-based attacks and spells, as well as acting as a bard of sorts, buffing Sora and debuffing enemies while also disrupting their aggro, much like Mike Wazowski in Kingdom Hearts 3. And if Kingdom Hearts 4 goes down the route in which the game can only have worlds that incorporate aspects of an afterlife in order to loophole Sora being able to visit these worlds and reunite with Donald and Goofy, but must return upon world completion, then Coco should be at the forefront of that concept. And don't get me started on the idea of seeing Remember Me in Kingdom Hearts 4, because I don't think I could handle that again. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Discovering the Lost Empire of Atlantis in Kingdom Hearts has been such a high-level request for years, and it may be time in Kingdom Hearts 4, especially due to the themes along with the sheer fan request. With the entire notion of Atlantis being this fantastical continent lost to time and thought, and the mere idea of it existing was for a time beyond that of human comprehension, tackling this questioning matter goes completely in line with the essence of Quadratum, of being a world beyond that of something anyone could fathom from the realm of reality. As such, coming across this fantastical land that functions on the concepts completely foreign to those that found it would not only allow Sora to draw comparisons to the state he currently exists in, but will also drive home the idea that a world like this, like Atlantis, shouldn't be tampered with for the better. Atlantis, the Lost Empire also screams Kingdom Hearts with its own concepts, with the crystal acting as the heart of the world, as well as being a conduit connecting to all the other crystals of the inhabitants that are tied to their own hearts, and specifically for Kingdom Hearts 4, of how the kings of the past are tied to the utilization of the crystal in order to protect those of future generations, relaying back to the concept of death explored in Kingdom Hearts 4, and imagining the crazy boss fight against the Leviathan. An idea I was playing around with when it comes to how this world could take its grand place in Sora's story is have the ending adapted so that Milo Thatch gives Sora the photo of him and his grandfather along with a crystal from Atlantis. Dear Sora, I hope this piece of hope is enough for you. It sure convinced me. Thanks, from both of us, Milo Thatch. With the crystal acting as the Keyblade chain from that world, and Sora framing the picture in his apartment in Quadratum. Treasure Planet. It needs to be time to finally bring what has been one of the most desired worlds into Kingdom Hearts 4, and that is Treasure Planet. This film has seen many requests to be featured in Kingdom Hearts in some way, and now that the series has shifted into the waters of more expansive and dense worlds, I think that Disney and Square can properly portray this story in this specific game. Imagine how beautiful it would be to explore Montresor Spaceport, the Legacy, Treasure Planet itself, and of course, sail across the Ethereum Sea, which is literally the lanes between. Come on! Teaming up with the likes of Jim Hawkins in his quest to find treasure, or better yet, the answer to his future, an answer that Sora would need to find for himself due to his predicament. With Jim and Sora possibly utilizing Solar Surfers, or in Sora's case, a Keyblade glider, for both traversal and combat, the world of Treasure Planet could be one of the most expansive yet. And of course, talking about what kind of meta element this world could have for the entirety of Kingdom Hearts 4, it would indeed be Captain Flint's portal door that could be explored as a potential option for Sora's return, but either due to the nature of his current existence or Long John Silver getting in the way before Sora could use it, it won't pan out in his favor. And in the final climax of the world, where Jim leads the charge for the escape from Treasure Planet, Sora could assist in protecting the ship from incoming Heartless due to the hopelessness of their current situation. Once everything is said and done, a beautiful way for the world to end is to have Jim's final goodbye to Silver adapted so he relays his speech directly to Sora after saying goodbye to Silver. When asked about his plans, it'll play out like this.
But, I met this old cyborg, and he taught me that I could chart my own course. That's what I'm gonna do.
And with that, Treasure Planet is my #1 world I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 4. And there you have it. Did your favorite world idea make the cut? I plan on making expanded world ideas for each of these and more. Kingdom Hearts 4 has the hype flowing through my veins once again when it comes to the possibilities at hand. And to that end, make sure to like, share, and most importantly subscribe to HMK for more Kingdom Hearts content every week going into the future of the Lost Master arc. Big thanks to my Patreon supporters for helping making this video happen. If you want to check out my Patreon, click the link in the description box below and be sure to pick up a Station of Nightfall shirt over at my shop at 4th Wall. Alright guys, until the next video, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.